So, what if I told you that the biggest, most widely accepted rule in fitness is actually a complete myth? If you're just kicking off your fitness journey, or honestly, even if you've been grinding away in the gym for a while and just feeling kind of stuck, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're diving into a comprehensive, totally science-backed, step-by-step guide to transforming your physique. We've got to start with the ultimate fitness question. It's the one that trips up almost everyone the second they step foot in a gym. Is it actually biologically possible to build muscle and burn fat at the exact same time? For decades, conventional wisdom said, nope, absolutely not. You had to pick a lane. You either bulk or you cut. But as it turns out, the science tells a completely different story. To understand how we actually pull this off, let's define our core concept for today: body recomposition. Simply put, this is the highly sought-after process of achieving both of those supposedly opposing goals, building muscle and losing fat at the exact same time. It's not magic, I promise. It's really just a process of biological signaling. It's all about giving your body the exact instructions it needs to successfully multitask. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to send those signals. So here's our step-by-step game plan for today's explainer. We're going to start by busting the big body recomp myth, then we'll find your calorie sweet spot, talk about why protein is absolutely key, dial in your training effort, uncover a secret weapon involving your sleep, and finally, figure out if this specific path is the right one for you. Let's get into it. All right, Chapter 1, the body recomp myth. Let's definitively debunk this idea that you have to choose between a dedicated bulking phase or a miserable cutting phase. You know, the data completely shatters the idea that body recomposition is only for absolute beginners. Research proves it actually happens all the time, even in highly advanced athletes. Get this, studies have observed positive body recomposition in pro football players who are already squatting nearly 400 pounds. Researchers have even seen it in extremely lean female bodybuilders who are actively preparing for a show. So if it works for them at the absolute peak of their physical potential, how does it actually function biologically? Well, here's the core mechanism. Normally, building muscle is an incredibly energy-demanding process, which is why people usually eat in a caloric surplus. They eat more food than their body burns to provide that extra energy. But during recomposition, your body essentially uses its existing fat stores as an internal fuel battery. It taps right into that stored body fat to supply the massive energy needed to synthesize brand new muscle tissue. It's this incredibly efficient biological workaround that lets you build real muscle even while you're consuming fewer calories than you burn. Pretty amazing, right? Moving right along to Chapter 2, Step 1, the calorie sweet spot. Let's see how this actually builds into your daily nutrition plan. A massive 2021 meta-analysis of 59 different fat loss studies revealed the exact sweet spot we're looking for, and it's a very small 200 to 300 calorie deficit. Why so small? Well, the data shows that once that deficit grows larger than 500 calories, the energy gap just becomes way too extreme. Your body kind of panics, and muscle growth essentially halts entirely. It can actually even begin to decrease. So to recomp successfully, you want a deficit just large enough to stimulate fat loss, but small enough to still give your body the energy it needs to build muscle. All right, Chapter 3, Step 2, protein is key. Now that we've got your calories dialed into that slight deficit, let's talk about the second step of nutrition, which is absolutely crucial for protecting your hard-earned muscle. The real trick here is hitting this exact metric. You must aim for 0.8 to 1.0 grams of protein per pound of your body weight every single day. We're talking chicken, tofu, eggs, protein shakes, whatever works for you. You see, when you're in a calorie deficit, your body's rate of muscle protein synthesis naturally drops. If you eat too little protein, your body will literally start breaking down your existing muscle mass just to find the amino acids it needs to survive. But multiple studies showed that maintaining this high protein intake acts as the ultimate shield. It counteracts that breakdown, essentially forcing your body to use fat for fuel instead of munching on your own muscle tissue. Next up, Chapter 4, Step 3, Training and Effort. Let's mentally step into the gym and figure out exactly how you need to be lifting to force those muscles to grow while you're simultaneously eating less. There's this super common belief out there that you should lift lighter weights for high reps to lose fat, and heavy weights for low reps to build muscle. But check this out. A really fascinating study of 130 subjects compared lifting heavy weights versus lighter weights while in a caloric deficit. And surprisingly enough, both approaches resulted in a remarkably similar amount of fat loss and muscle gain. Crazy, right?
So the big secret isn't actually the specific weight you choose. It's all about the effort you apply. You have got to take every single working set to at least 3 reps short of total muscle failure to actually trigger growth. And by total muscle failure, I mean you physically cannot complete another repetition with good form. Honestly, this is where most people completely fall short in their fitness journey. If you finish a set and you feel like you could have easily popped out 5 more reps, you are simply not sending a loud enough signal to your central nervous system to adapt and build new muscle tissue.
The real truth is, there's no magic body recomposition routine. You really just need to execute these non-negotiable basics flawlessly. You've got to push incredibly hard during your sets to get close to failure. Train with enough total volume. Make sure you work each muscle group at least twice a week. And above all else, stay completely consistent. Sometimes fixing even just one of these variables can be the exact spark your body needs to start transforming. Okay, moving on to Chapter 5, the secret weapon, sleep. We've covered diet and exercise, so let's uncover the single most overlooked variable that could literally be sabotaging your physical progress right this very second. There was this fascinating 2020 study that tracked 2 groups of untrained men. One group just did a standard workout program, the other group did the exact same workouts, but they also received a sleep education program to help improve their sleep quality and quantity. After 10 weeks, both groups gained similar muscle, but, and this is absolutely mind-blowing, the group that received sleep education lost a significant amount of fat. Meanwhile, the workout-only group actually gained a little bit of fat. Talk about a plot twist. You see, sleep deprivation negatively impacts both muscle gains and fat loss by completely throwing off your hormonal balance. So you've got to protect all that hard work you're putting in at the gym and the kitchen by hitting this daily number, at least 7 hours of high-quality sleep every single night. You really need to treat your bedtime with the exact same level of discipline that you treat your gym time, because if you don't, you are actively leaving your gains on the table. Finally, we arrive at Chapter 6. Is it for you? We've covered the mechanics, but let's answer the most important practical question here. Is this actually the right path for your specific body and your current goals? While we saw earlier that elite athletes absolutely can do this, body recomposition works absolute wonders specifically for 3 main groups of people, mainly because their potential for new growth is just so incredibly high. First, if you're an absolute beginner starting your fitness journey, you can basically just look at a weight and your muscles will grow. Seriously. Second, if you're returning from a long break, muscle regrows much faster than it takes to initially build it thanks to muscle memory. And third, if you've been lifting for years but you've just been kind of going through the motions without optimizing your protein, effort, or progressive overload, you are primed for a serious recomp. There is a catch, though. You also need enough of that internal fat fuel we discussed earlier for this biological process to work optimally. Research analyzing bodybuilders during contest prep found that as they got leaner, building muscle became far less likely. Now, while the exact minimums aren't perfectly carved in stone, researchers do suggest you need a minimum of around 15% body fat for males and 22% for females to effectively fuel a body recomposition. And listen, those aren't bad numbers at all. They're simply the literal fuel required for the process to work. If you're leaner than that, it's going to be an extremely tough uphill battle. Now, I need to give you a critical warning. Because you're losing fat and gaining muscle at the exact same time, the bathroom scale will barely move during a successful recomp. And honestly, it can be incredibly frustrating if you aren't expecting it. So you absolutely must follow these 4 alternative steps to track your real progress. Take regular progress photos, intensely monitor your strength increases in the gym, pay close attention to how your clothes are fitting differently, and track your waist circumference. Because that, my friends, is where the real story of your physical transformation will be told. Recomposition is a slow but highly rewarding process. It's an amazing tool, especially when you're just starting out on your fitness journey. But we have to be completely honest here. Since a dedicated caloric surplus will always build muscles slightly faster, and a dedicated aggressive deficit will always burn fat faster, I want to leave you with one final question to consider before you begin. What is your ultimate priority right now? Do you want the extreme, faster results of focusing on one single goal? Or are you ready to embrace the steady, sustainable, and highly rewarding journey of doing both? Think about it. Optimize your plan and get to work.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel, which give us motivation to make better content for you. See you in the next video.